Chapter 1.
Victor cross-checked his watch. Colton would be ascending the stairs of the apartment building any moment now. The young entrepreneur had shown himself to stick to a reliable schedule. Every night, he closed down the drip at 2 a.m., spent 45 minutes cleaning, then drove his black Chevy Stingray home. A car that must have cost the man over $70,000. Colton's residence turned out to be nowhere near as impressive as his wheels. The apartment building had no locked entrance, despite being on the poor side of town. The smell of the hallway was the exact same as every other shitty apartment building Victor had ever been in. Carpet cleaner, stagnant air, and the faint smell of someone's cooking wafted from beneath the door of a nearby unit. From 3 floors down, Victor heard the heavy metal and glass door slam shut. He shifted and turned from the stairway and toward the door neighboring Colton's unit. Footsteps sounded near Victor, and keys jangled. He lunged in Colton's direction. They collided against the opening door. Stunned by the unexpected impact, only a confused mumble escaped the young man's mouth as they fell into his apartment. Victor kicked the door shut before grabbing him by the back of his black leather jacket and yanking him to his feet. His eyes swept across the typical apartment of a single man in his mid-20s. Contempt fueled his movement toward the hand-me-down couch that looked as if it belonged in a nursing home. He flung Colton onto the couch, face first.
"Colton," Victor taunted.
Colton flipped himself to face the intruder. "What the fuck?" he breathed. His hazel eyes squinted and attempted to sift through the darkness. "Who the fuck?" Victor pulled out a metal lighter and flicked it open with the tip of his thumb. A click sounded, and twin blue torches appeared. As he brought the lighter toward his face, he managed to pull a cigarette from its snug spot in his pocket. His eyebrows raised as he shifted the lighter around his face. The end of his cigarette ignited, and he took a long drag from it before exhaling smoke through his nose. The lighter clinked closed.
"You're that fucking cop," Colton exclaimed.
Victor put the filtered end of the cigarette in his mouth before lunging down toward the young man. The stinging sound of a slap cracked through the still air of the apartment. "Keep your voice down, boy," he snarled. He straightened his posture and took another long drag from the cigarette. Smoke gushed from him as he tapped ashes over Colton's head. "I didn't invite you in. Do you have a warrant? I know my rights. You can't just—" "Colton." Victor cleared his throat. The orange dot grew brighter as he took a short drag. "I can and will do whatever I want, you little shit stain." He tapped more ashes over his head. "You thought you lucked out, didn't you? Automatic get-out-of-jail-free card pulled at the last minute because the useless district attorney's office can't get their shit straight." He dropped the half-smoked cigarette to the carpeted floor of the apartment and smashed it with a foot. "Now look at you. You're free to continue your little drug game. And you have, of course. I've been watching you, Colton. You're still getting your packages. You're still entertaining guests for 15, 20 minutes at a time, at all hours of the day and night. Fuck you. You can't prove shit, and you can't do shit. I can probably get you fired for this." Colton reached for his phone and pulled it out. Soft light illuminated from its smooth surface. "I know you guys can't come into my apartment without a warrant, and you, assaulted me." Victor chuckled and snatched the phone out of his hand. "No." The word fell from his mouth with a thud. "No more games, boy." Colton jolted off the couch and grabbed for the phone. Victor took a step back and smirked at the much shorter, thinner man. Colton stepped toward and made a second attempt at retrieving his phone. Victor's free hand grabbed at Colton's throat. He pressed against his Adam's apple as his fingers curled into neck flesh. "Look at me," Victor commanded. Colton's panicked eyes found the intruders. A choke escaped his mouth. His hands grabbed at Victor's meaty forearm. Victor pulled Colton up onto his toes, and he bent down toward his face. I could kill you right now. It would be quiet and quick. I'd wrap your twiggy body in a sheet, carry you to my vehicle, and dispose of you with little effort. You would just disappear, and the world would be a better place. He paused for a moment as he considered the option. It really would be for the best, right? Colton's fingers found Victor's assaulting hand and weakly attempted to pry himself free. He quickly gave up and attempted to reach for Victor's face. The darkness of the room intensified while flashing dots raced in and out of his vision. Victor gripped tighter and pulled him forward. He exhaled through his nose, chasing out lingering wisps of smoke. He stared into panicked eyes. Or, he threw Colton back onto the couch, I could show you mercy. Gasping coughs filled the room as Colton reoriented himself. Nervous sweat was gushing from every pore of his shaking body. Humid heat gushed from beneath his leather jacket. Do you want me to show you mercy, boy? Victor snapped his fingers. Colton's downcast eyes shot up into attention. Tears glinted in the soft light. Yes. Victor's eyebrows lifted in surprise. Wow, look at you, making a smart decision for once in your life. A sharp smile formed. Straight, white teeth showed. Here's the deal. You are not going to tell anyone about this. If you do, I will find out. I will deny it, and then I will come for you. Do you understand? Yes. You are going to inform your sources that you are no longer buying from them. You will turn away every tweaker and junkie that comes to you looking for a fix. And finally, especially, you will start volunteering. Pick any charity or church or whatever, I don't care. You will be doing community service 12 hours a week, every week, or I will come for you. Is that understood? Yes. Victor's teeth disappeared, but a smirk remained. He stared into Colton's hazel eyes and tilted his head. Something was cooking behind his eyes. An idea, a plan of some sort, was being pieced together. What are you thinking? He asked. What? Colton's stare broke, and he looked for a safe place for his eyes to land. Victor lunged down toward him again and slapped him with more force than his previous contact. Colton yelped. Victor repeated the action. Keep it down, boy. He smacked him once more and stood back up. Colton's hands covered his face, and he hunched over. Fuck, I'm bleeding, he moaned. The wet words barely made it to Victor's ears. You're trying to think of a way out of this. Colton pulled his hands from his face and looked up. I swear, man. Victor shook his head. No, I know you, Colton. I've studied you. He threw a few ideas around in his mind as he clarified what he was thinking. You're planning on taking off, aren't you? As soon as I leave, you're going to grab your money and your most important shit, and then you're going to get in your expensive car and drive far, far away, right? Planning on setting up shop somewhere else. Omaha, Minneapolis, and Chicago probably have too much competition, right? What does it matter to you? Colton shot back. I'll leave the state. You'll never hear from me again. Victor moved toward him. He cowered and covered his face. Victor's raised, open hand fell to his side, and he pulled back. It matters to me, because I know you'll be doing the same shit somewhere else. It doesn't matter if it's here or anywhere else. You're done, Colton. You're going straight from here on. If you try to run away, I'll hunt you down. I'll let myself into your next shithole apartment one day or night when you're out, and I'll wait for you. What's it to you? The genuine question frosted with fear. For the first time, Victor's eye contact broke from his. The moment stretched as he shifted his stance.
You ruin people's lives.
Trying to be a vigilante or something? Colton asked. I give people what they want. It's a voluntary exchange. I don't force anything on anyone, and I don't sell to kids. That's my rule. I swear. Victor pointed at him. Don't try and act like you abide by some sort of code of conduct while hiding behind addicts. His voice shook upon a faulty foundation of rage. You ruin lives. People ruin their own lives, man. If it's not me, it will be someone else. They'll find a way. I'm not the problem. The problem is society. People want to escape, duck out of the chaos. This world sucks and everyone is just trying to get by. Fuck you, Victor spat. It doesn't stop with the junkies. His rage cracked and cold sorrow threatened to consume him. They get fucked up and innocent people die. He blinked repeatedly and cleared his throat. 2 years ago, my wife and daughter died in a car crash. The oncoming driver was intoxicated on the type of shit that you sell.
Silence blanketed the room.
After several seconds, Colton spoke. I'm sorry, man. I couldn't stop it, but I can stop you, Victor replied.